How we doing, everybody? It's the Gas Holes Podcast. We're on location. We're in, where the fuck are we? Johnson City?
Wake up the neighbors.
Well, I mean, I get they're passed out. They were fucking hard enough. I think they're probably passed out by now.
I'm wearing a mask because I got canceled last time I was up here for not wearing a mask.
Oh.
So I figured I'd wear one on the podcast.
Way to just set me up for disaster there.
What?
No, I'm going to get canceled because I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah, sorry, it's your fault.
Well, what the fuck you want to talk about? It's Friday night. It's 12:30. It took forever. I was setting up the damn the race footage from tonight, trying to load this onto my old ass laptop, and here we are. I got a GoPro and a little stand. I gotta say, this came out a lot better than the first time we tried this. Last time we were here for the All-Star race,
Charles Barkley, just all those guys right behind the camera.
Oh yeah, that's true. We were watching the NBA playoffs, Denver Nuggets, and whoever the fuck they're playing, Lakers.
Yeah, this setup. I guess you put a video or a clip in the vlog, didn't you?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if it made the vlog because we didn't do the podcast, so I think I just cut it out of the vlog permanently. So.
Well, we gotta leak that footage somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw it or not. I don't remember.
It was pretty bad. We used a garbage can to balance a microphone on a table or something. I don't even remember.
I still don't even know what you call that. It was the one with the straps in it. Yeah. And we did that, and then we did a trash can, and then it was
it's like that game Skyburger. Remember the game Skyburger? No. We had to either way,
we created basically a tower, and it was tipping over about the whole damn time. But I guess we never really talked about the race. What the hell did you think of it? The Xfinity race?
It was good. It was great.
It was good. I was disappointed you missed the first quarter of it.
I've had a weird day, a weird past 2 days. So yesterday my day started off, I was getting ready to go to class, and my school is like 25 minutes away, so I was kind of in a hurry, and this white Charger with extremely dark windows came barreling in my driveway, and the guy was like waving me down, and I walk up, and I noticed stuff on the dash, and I knew it was like a law enforcement vehicle of some sort. Well, he pulled out his big ass badge, like basically the "I'm a badass, I will fuck you up" badge. It was a U.S. Marshal. He was part of the fugitive task force. He promptly informed me, and that'll make you go, "Oh shit!" That every illegal thing that you've done will. You know when people say when you die, your whole life goes through like your mind or whatever?
Yeah. You see
when a U.S. Marshal shows you his badge, every mattress I've ripped a tag off of, everything I've ever done went through my mind. Come to find out, I live in a rental home, and somebody who lived there before me has knowledge of the whereabouts of somebody they're looking for. No big deal. This morning, I had told my mom I was going to leave out at like 7 a.m. and drop my dog off at her house. Apparently, we didn't communicate that I had decided I was going to sleep in and leave my house at 11. So at like 8 a.m., she comes barging in my home. Like, oh, you're good. I had 5 missed calls. She came in and got my dog and was like waking me up. I was like, Mom, I'm not leaving until like 10 or 11. And then I almost get back to sleep and I hear somebody banging at the door. I'm like, great, fucking U.S. Marshals are back. That's why I started with that. And I go out there. It's my neighbor. Him and his wife are getting ready to go out of town, so I'm going to have to water their new lawn for them. And I forgot I wasn't wearing clothes. So I walked out onto the porch in my underwear and just had he was like, I'm not a woman, so it don't matter. And so I was just standing out there on my porch in my underwear talking about a lawn with him. So anyway, I get on the road, hit a little bit of traffic in Chattanooga, and then we get up here. Did something funny happen when we got here? Something funny happened, didn't it? No, it was after the race. Never mind. We go to the race. Great Xfinity race. Mm-hmm. This is where we were. We get up there. We hiked 5 miles to get to our seats. Oh, man. Because we were in the top section down in turn 3.
Steep.
We went in turn 2, so we had to walk all the way down the back straightaway and then up 250 million miles. We get up there, we get settled in, and I realize I don't have my keys to my truck. And I was like, yeah, I can't watch 300 laps not knowing where my keys are. Yeah. So I go back all the way down to the gate, I'm like, yo, do I need a stamp to go out? And they say, if you go out, you can't come back in. So I was like, look, guys, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. They were really cool. They went above and beyond. Dude on a golf cart went out there, went through the whole parking lot, couldn't find my truck. Eventually, when he came back, couldn't find my truck and find the keys. They let me leave my phone and my wallet with them because it's the whole COVID protocol thing that they can't let people out and back in because they just don't want people wandering all around.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is, but I get it. It's whatever. They have to pretend like they give a fuck, so... And it's damn sure not the workers' fault. It's all. I don't understand. It's government incompetence. Why would they let
people go out and like if everybody like if they're trying to keep everybody away, everybody's watching the race. What the fuck's the problem then?
Well, sir, it's the new normal. Anyway, they eventually let me leave my phone and my wallet with them. Go out there, found my keys on the bed of my truck. Came back in. My legs were absolutely noodled. Mm-hmm. They were complete and utter noodles. And then I watched the race, and it was a good race. Ross Chastain drove like an idiot,
right?
Which I expected.
He wasn't the only one.
Yeah, that's Joe Graff.
Joe Graff, man. Let me tell you something about Joe Graff. I really like the fact that he's getting opportunities and he's in the Xfinity Series because he's a hell of a time to watch. I'll give him that. Like from the drop of the green flag, dude, he was just like, he just always manages to get in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know if it's just because he's hard-headed and he hasn't learned or what, but it's like, he's about in like 8 or 9 incidents tonight. And I'm just sitting there watching him the whole time. I'm just like, what are you doing, dude? Like everybody else can kind of like figure, like everybody has a couple of moments at Bristol. I mean, it's hard not to, but I don't know. It's just every time there's like, you're watching the race and there's like a major oh shit moment. Somehow it's always the 08 somewhere, like almost
bucked up machine.
Yeah, just like, and then he got wiped out. I don't even know if it was his fault or not. I think I got it on the GoPro. I have to take a look at it. But did you see how hard Michael Annett hit the damn dude? It cracked something because he didn't leak fluid clear across the whole fucking track. I guess it was. I would assume it was him. But I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen somebody hit the damn wall like that.
I forgot to tell you whole key story. So while that guy was on the golf cart, I hate to go back, but he was out there for like the whole stage one. And at one point I'm looking at my phone and the dude I was talking to, the other like security dude I was talking to, had disappeared. Well, I had seen a guy come through the thing and he was arguing with one of like the ladies at the entrance about his cooler. But I didn't really think anything of it. Apparently what happened, she told him it wouldn't fly, so he just picked it up and walked the fuck in. He didn't care. Well, I'm looking at my phone and I just hear somebody go, do you want to get sprayed? You want me to spray you? Or you want to get pepper sprayed or something? I'm like, oh shit, like what's happening? You know, I need to take cover here. And I look and there's like 6 cops in a shoving match with this one dude, and then this dude's friends are like pleading with him to stop because they just want to watch some Bristol racing, you know. And they hauled his ass off to jail, and all the track workers clapped as he left. Yeah, that was really. I thought he was gonna get his ass dropped because he was asking for it, but as soon as they threatened him with the spray, he started complying.
I was gonna say, you're gonna be able to watch your damn NASCARs with pepper spray in your damn eyes.
Well, he didn't get to watch it unless they had a TV out there and view the holding cell down at the Bristol jail. I don't know what county we're in, but
that's another thing, man. We talked about it before, but the damn it pisses me off because like the coolers and everything has to be clear. It's like when you go to a NASCAR race nowadays, it's like everything you bring, it has to be fucking clear, and it's horse shit. Because it was like when we went to Talladega, that was the first experience I had with it. It was like clear backpack, because I always bring a backpack with all my cameras and all that horse shit. It's just easier to do it that way. And they were like, clear backpacks only. It was like, who the fuck has a clear backpack? Like, what the fuck?
Well, they're becoming common in schools, I guess, after all the school shootings or whatever. They wanted people to have them. But, like,
I guess, but outside of school, normal people don't have clear backpacks.
Nobody has tried it. I think if you put a regular backpack in a clear bag, they can't say anything to you. I really do. It's a technicality. I think that you could get... Because at what point... What if I just, like, took some cargo pants and fucking put everything I needed in the pockets, rolled them up, and put them in a clear bag? I took my hoodie in. What if my hoodie had a bunch of pockets? You know what I mean? They're doing it so they don't have to go through your bags and touch everything, but they still go through your bags and touch everything.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the first couple of times, oh, hello, computer. Outlook account settings are out of date, really.
The only thing out of date, buddy.
That was the thing that pissed me off because basically all the tracks I'd been to, they usually just don't check your shit, but it's like, they actually like went through my stuff, and I was like, "It's cool, great. I want you to check out my stuff, but I'd like you to
Martinsville, where they'll grab your ass and everything."
Yeah, get you some, but yeah, that's the thing though. It's like if you're gonna check out my stuff, why don't you check it out in my fucking backpack, not this clear ass bag I got from Talladega, you know? So it's fucking horseshit. Then I'm a schmuck holding with my little baggie with all.
It feels so weird.
It's just full of shit, dude. Two GoPros, a bunch of chargers and shit. It's just so fucking stupid. So much easier with my backpack, but that's my rant of the day. Just pissed. Now I just do that shit tomorrow. Throw it all in the fucking bag, lug it around. Jesus Christ.
Well, we hightailed it out of there after Chase Briscoe won.
It's cold as fuck.
Austin Cindric's power steering went out. We found out on the radio on the way out, but yes, it was really cold. We left. I talked him into going to Waffle House. He wanted to come home and watch basketball, but I was driving, so we went to Waffle House.
Yeah.
And do you want to explain?
Why? I mean, there's not really much to explain. I mean, yeah, we went to Waffle House, and it's not I didn't want to go to Waffle House. I just didn't really want to go down and sit and eat somewhere because like I slept for a good 4 hours.
It was worth it though.
It was good, and I took most of it back with me. But so I hope I didn't spit all over you.
Oh, great! The droplets, the fucking droplets, dude.
That word came out a little slively.
God damn.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I don't know. I was just low sleep. I was fucking tired. I was cold as shit as well. I just didn't want to go and sit in it. But anyways, we went to Waffle House, and I'm done at it. Like, I'm already fucking stupid. You run me down some low sleep and watch some NASCARs for a while. My brain kind of melts, and this is pretty rough. Anyways, we ate Waffle House, and I had a stroke. And
he didn't just have a stroke. Do you want me to recite what you said?
I thought I smelled burnt toast, but they weren't cooking any toast at all. Yeah, you go ahead, because here's the thing. I don't know what I said.
Yeah.
You know what I said. I don't know what I said.
I don't. Yeah.
I know what I was trying to say, but I don't know what I actually said.
He was like, "Do you think the hotel have forks or something?" Because he was taking his food to go because he didn't finish it. And I was like, "Well, I have it up there."
I'm gonna miss the clean plate club. I'm really upset, but like I just felt like shit today, so I took it home.
So we get up there and we're paying, and he had like a light bulb moment, you could tell, and he remembered that he needed it.
She was in the middle of counting my change too, and I was like, I need that.
And he's like really loudly started to say,
I was wearing my mask too, so I had to talk over it.
Can I get a silver fork, a plastic fork? I eat.
It didn't quite come out like that.
It wasn't like as stuttery. It was can I get silver a silver fork, a plastic fork? I eat. It made no sense.
I was telling you.
Like, are you gonna eat the fork? Or
I always call it silverware, but it's not silverware because I wanted a plastic fork. I didn't want to take one of their actual forks.
Well, they let you.
Yeah, they need that fork. So I just wanted a plastic fork. I ended up calling it silverware, and that's where it was like I just stepped off.
He shut down. Smoke coming out of both ears.
My EXE stopped responding, and it was just like it was not good.
That was one of those where task manager stopped responding too when you went in there to close it up.
And I was trying my best to
reel her back in,
to pedal out of it. And
this lady's eyes were as big as saucers too. Yeah, she couldn't figure it out.
It was so funny because that was the thing. I realized right as she was in the middle counting my change. Of course, I paid with fucking cash, so it's like she was counting coins and dollar bills and shit. And I'm like, oh, by the way, I need a silver fork.
I eat. A silver fork of plastic. I eat.
I was trying to say so I could eat my food.
It just didn't come out, and I laughed my ass off. That was the hardest I'd laughed until we got down the road a little bit and saw that the Golden Corral down the road from the hotel has some lights out on their sign, so it's no longer the Golden Corral; it's the Golden Oral. So we got Cozy eating forks over here, and we got a cheap brothel up the road called
we're
the
driving,
Golden
we're
Whirl.
driving down the road. It's like the sign comes out of nowhere, and I'm always like, since he's driving, I'm always like, it's a new area, so I always try to look around and see what I can see. And especially since it's night, there's a lot of shopping centers and stuff, so like you always find a good burnt out. Like we saw, what was it, Barnes and Noble?
Yeah.
And they're sure and shit golden oral.
We're going down the highway, and we're coming up on it's like a 55, so like I'm moving along pretty good, and he's like starts dying laughing, and I'm like, what happened? I didn't know if he saw something on Twitter, and he's like, slow down, and I see it. I start laughing, somebody's riding my ass, so I try to slow down, but we ended up having to go all the way around. We just went to the fucking parking lot and got pictures and videos of it, but that is the best messed up sign I've seen. I've seen some fun, like Waffle House, Awful House.
Yeah, we
like
had a Flea House for a while. Flea House in Hagerstown. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, man. There's
only certain signs are funny though. Like the big like stores like Barnes and Noble. Sometimes they'll have a funny one. Target and stuff. But like McDonald's, if the big M's out, like big deal. Yeah, but like Waffle House is funny because letters go out individually, and Golden Corral apparently letters go out individually, so it's the Golden Oral, and then it's something else on the other side. It's
it was Golden. Yeah, it was missing the O. It was coral.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Golden.
I wonder if there's a subreddit for that. I hope there is. I want to post that on there. I mean, that's like probably one of the best. I was telling you about the other one I saw. It was in Indianapolis, and it was this Mexican restaurant, and it was I don't remember what it was. It was El something, but a lot of it was burnt out, and it was just El Meal. It's like when
you're trying to pass Spanish class.
Exactly. But yeah, that was really bad. It was a good fucking day, I tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm really happy I made it. Just every time hello, how you doing? Every time I take a road trip now, I just get PTSD from my wheels falling off and cutting tires and stuff. So it's like
you got me worried.
Yeah, it's like the whole 5 hours. Like it's not really that long, but it's like, Jesus Christ, I was tired, so it was going slow anyways, and I'm like, every single vibration, I'm like, yeah, there's my tires on there, I like everywhere I go now, like if it's a road trip, I just start tightening my lugs. Like every time I go to and from Indy, like before I leave, I always tighten all my lugs just to make sure. And it was funny, the last time I left Indy, one of them was pretty damn loose, and I was like, ugh.
Well, was it the lugs that caused it the last time, or did it just break the fuck off?
That's the thing, I'm not totally sure, but it's like, I know my left front was loose. I remember they told me that. And it was like, yeah, your left front was pretty loose. So the
crew chief ejection, $10,000 fine. All
that was the thing. I was missing a lug there for a while because they only had 4 when they replaced my shit. But
that's all you need.
Yeah, it's a good fucking day. I tell you that. I just wish it wasn't. The only problem, man, it's just so fucking cold. That's my biggest thing, man. And
I love it.
Yeah, I don't. I used to be so much better with the cold. I don't know why, but as I've gotten older, I can't do the cold anymore like I used to.
See what the temperature is going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope it's a little bit warmer. I was going to say, when I was little, I used to go out there and fucking, maybe it's because I was a hyper little kid, but you go out there and sledding all damn day. You don't mind the cold what's the damn ever, but what was it, like 60 degrees a night?
It's only 55 out right now.
Yeah, it would have been nice. The biggest thing, though, is I got these little noodle arms, so it's like the vortex gets going with them Xfinity cars, and we're sitting up high anyways. It's like
Fahrenheit 46.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go buy a thicker jacket tomorrow.
We can run by the Bass Pro.
Oh, yeah, we can. Yeah, dude. Just drop $200 on a fucking jacket.
Yeah.
I do want to see that, though. That'd be pretty cool.
We're going to do hopefully. We'll probably both sleep in and I get to do it. Yeah. I've got my hopes up on this place, and I'm probably going to be disappointed. I talked about it last week on...
What's it called again?
The Burger Bar.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's been in downtown Bristol since 1942.
Yeah, that's the one you sent in Discord where you did last. Yeah, okay. Where is that? How far is that away from here? Where is it at?
Not like probably 30 minutes.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. It depends on which way we take. It's like 10 minutes from the hotel we stayed at last time.
Oh, okay. So same area. All right. We'll figure it out. I was going to say, as long as we get out of here at a decent time. I still gotta take a damn shower tonight. I want to go through some of my footage. I'm gonna be up all fucking night, but it's like
I'm gonna pass the fuck out as soon as we hit stop recording over here.
Hey, we've been going for a good solid 20 minutes. Let's talk about tomorrow, huh? Fucking 500 laps. Are you fucking ready? Are you gonna fall? You gonna fall asleep tomorrow?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, 100%. I know I will.
Dude, I'm so excited. The thing with it, like you saw tonight, how the fun thing. I'd never seen Xfinity cars at Bristol, and it's always a good race because there's so many fucking moving chicanes. Like you have your 12 competitive Xfinity Series cars, and then there's everybody else. And you get, dude, there's so many just chicanes out there. So it's like the leaders. It was crazy. Like that last stage, just that's the fun thing about Bristol too. It's so high paced. Then you get these big jumbles of fucking cars. And then Justin Haley, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he was like laps down at every restart. He would come 3 wide around the back off the restart every time. So the thing about tomorrow though is it's a couple more cars, and I feel like the field's a bit more competitive, I guess, more even. So the only thing though is hopefully it's not like Martinsville, like in the spring race. Everybody started off and it was like Hamlin, one lap down. I hope it's not one of those, but
I don't think it will be because they've been to Bristol 3 times now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they have done a lot of Bristol this year.
This will be their 3rd race, so I don't think it'll be that bad. And I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm cautiously optimistic because there hasn't been a bad race this weekend. So it's like, if a series is going to do it, it's going to be Cup.
And hopefully, I would imagine I hope it's not going to rain in between, so that way it keeps the rubber on the top groove. So that way it probably hopefully comes. Yeah,
they were doing. You see that earlier. Friction testing shit? They're setting the track on fire or something.
I didn't know what that was about. I was going to take an educated guess, but I didn't really know what the fuck it was about.
We're YouTubers. That's what we do. We pretend we know what we're talking about. Hashtag NASCAR.
I'll leave that for somebody else. There's plenty of others who wing it better than I do. But hopefully because that was the thing with the All-Star race is that the top never really came in, but the race wasn't long enough. So 500 laps, man. If they could get both grooves working.
Well, that's what I was noticing tonight too. I thought the All-Star race was good because it was my first Bristol race. Mm-hmm. But after seeing tonight and actually seeing lap traffic and shit, that's like a whole nother aspect of Bristol.
The lap traffic is so much fun because it's like you watch the leaders, you watch the mid-pack battles, and you watch the really slow cars, leaders trying to get, there's it's like, even tonight, it's like there wasn't a whole lot to, but there was just so much going on. There's just so many, especially late. There was the last 10 laps, there was a battle for the win, and then it was Justin Allgaier and Gregson were beating off each other.
Maybe they need to head down to Golden Oral after the race.
beating off each other.
That's why Gregson had to go shotgun that beer after he got a little worked up.
And then there was I wanted I gotta go through my GoPro footage to see some of those other I want to see what the hell that 90 car did. No, they didn't even show a replay of that, so it was probably I
thought it was Gus Dean the whole night. I didn't know there was a guy named Dexter Bean in the fucking series, so that's pretty cool.
Hands up in the comments, who knows who Dexter Bean is? What a legend.
There's gonna be some head wobblers coming. You don't know who Dexter Bean is?
Yeah, Dexter Bean. You didn't know his career stat from 2012. Yeah, apparently he's been around for a long time now, but Dexter Bean, baby.
Dexter Bean.
He looped it off of turn 4 tonight, and I guess it was just by himself, but I don't know. It was
you'll have that.
It's always bad when they do it, because I was waiting the whole time on the big fucking board to show a replay, because I was like, how the fuck
there's a shitload of smoke, because I saw him when he was backwards, and there was a ton of smoke. None of the other wrecks tonight had smoke, really. That I saw. I don't know about the BJ one.
Dude, that was a violent one too, because he did the Sebastian Bourdais. He should have just spun it, but instead, he tried to wheel out of it. He ended up just going straight in the damn and he bounced off it so hard he came back across the track. He got killed by poor Vinny, and then I think I was roasting him, but Tommy Joe Martins, again, I don't have to watch the replay, but he either ARCA braked it in or got ass packed. I want to say he got ass packed because I think he was missing the bumper cover the entire rest of the night. So I'm going to guess he probably got ass packed in there. But all I know is I looked up. I was watching those two as they wrecked, and I was like, oh no, BJ. And then I was watching them collide, and I was like, holy shit. And I seen Joe Martin's and he just slides past everything in the inside wall. I felt bad for him, but
poor Tommy.
Yeah, poor Tommy. But
no, Tommy Joe.
Yeah, I'm fucking. What the fuck is this show? The Arena, TNT.
Oh, is that Sure TV here?
What the fuck is that? Draymond Green just hop shows like that? He was on Inside TNT, then all of a sudden he's on this one now. Isaiah Thomas and whoever the fuck
else. Atlanta behind him? I think that's Atlanta.
Huh. Draymond Green fucking teleported. Teleported. I don't know. It was pre-recorded.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine so.
What the fuck are we?
Are we doing picks now?
You want to do some picks?
Yeah, I'm picking Truex.
It's a bold prediction. Man, I'm gonna take. I want to take Chase Elliott, but something will happen to him. I'm gonna take. Man, it's probably gonna be a boner deflator. That's probably what it's gonna be. I'm gonna take. It's gonna be like a Keselowski or a Logano.
That's who I was thinking about picking. Because they're both best there. It's not really a boner deflator though.
It is to be. I've seen them both win plenty of times. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, who gives a fuck? Like, Keselowski's cool. Nobody likes Joey Logano, but like,
the race is good. I don't care.
Yeah, if the race. Yeah, I'm the same way. If the race is good, if Joe Logano comes up there and punts somebody out of the way, like, hell yeah. But I'd like to see somebody like come at. I don't know. I was thinking like Kurt Busch won that one year. That'd be pretty cool to see him come out and win it, or somebody, not one of those top guys that wins every fucking week. But,
Dillon.
Yeah, Austin Dillon. I don't want to see somebody stupid win. Honestly, I think we're in the same boat. We're both kind of rooting for a shit show.
I hope so, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Yeah, same. I'm trying not to. But the biggest thing is like, fuck, man, we need one of those like big time playoff races, man.
It's either gonna be
due for one.
A really, really boring Bristol race, or one of those, like I was telling you when we were walking out, that you won't see for another 10 years, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be 2012 all over again. Remember 2012?
No, what happened in 2012?
That was the year they all were in the top, but it was the year Stewart threw his helmet and all that. Like, wasn't a complete shit show, but it was...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was... that's what I was talking about with the track. Usually most people like just the old school Bristol around the bottom, but I really like the multi-groove Bristol where you can just run both lanes, and then because at that point the whole track's like a free-for-all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can run the top, you can run the bottom, and it creates so much fucking chaos.
I like when they kind of how it was in the spring, when it starts at the bottom and then works its way up to the top.
Yeah.
Where, I don't mind when the bottom and the top kind of work, but, like, I just hate that when Bristol got to where you could run middle, top, whatever, and it just got to where, like, nobody did anything. I still like them having to, at the very least, throw a slider or something. Yeah,
it's true. That was pretty fun. What was it, a year or two ago? It was Chase and Blaney throwing sliders back and forth. That was probably one of the best Bristol night races in a long time, for what I remember. I want to say was it 2019? I think it might have been.
It was last year.
Last year was 2019.
Yeah. Last year was one of the best Bristol night races, because I remember Bristol was like one of the few tracks the new package made really good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man, I'm hoping we get one of those races. We'll see.
Everybody was pissed, though, because Benedetto didn't win.
Oh, yeah, that dude. That's what we were talking about in the last podcast, was the possibility, man. Blaney or Benedetto winning their way in.
I can see it. Blaney's really good there. He just always gets junked. And then Benedetto's, good there. He's running good.
Yeah, it's the only problem, though, is that... they just kind of suck, you know what I mean? Especially without any practice. They always start... It seems like they start way off, and it takes them forever to get going. But, hey, we'll see. Did I make a pick?
Yeah. Well, no. You just said Logano or Keselowski, and then we rambled off.
I'm going to take... fuck it. I'm gonna take Brad Keselowski. Well, he won Richmond, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could see it. Fuck.
Didn't he do that last year with the first round? Like win 2 or something?
Fuck, dude, I can't.
And then he got eliminated.
It's too damn late for this shit. We got
Brad.
We got to wrap this shit up. A little 30-minute.
That's actually perfect. That's what we were going for.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if anybody will ever watch this, but hey, thanks for watching. If you, hey, how you doing? Hopefully you see this. I mean, it looks like everything's working. Then it's probably going to take 15 hours. My computer might catch on fire rendering it, but
yeah, you might want to audio it just to be safe.
Nah, they're driving good. We'll try it with video. Oh, and we just lost video. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Here's a sign. See.
See you in the next podcast. Alrighty, what's going on, gasholes? How we doing? So this is kind of a transition. Hopefully, we opened up with the podcast from Bristol while we were in Bristol. We wanted to do kind of like a standalone while we were there, but I had about 1,000,001 issues with the video and all that stuff. We keep on trying to do podcasts when we get together. Eventually, I'm going to figure it out so we get all the technology together to where it works.
I think video's the problem. We shouldn't focus on video when we're both ugly anyway. We should just...
Yeah, but it's good to do video. The problem with it was, though, is that I used the new GoPro, and what I eventually found out is that new GoPro uses like a new codec or something, and it didn't work with Sony Vegas, which is why I was up all damn night trying to figure that one out. I found a workaround for it, but yeah, I ended up getting a new version of Sony Vegas anyways here, so... so that caused about 1,000,001 damn problems, but yeah, so we just had that like pre-race Xfinity race, and we were just kind of shooting the shit. And it was after Xfinity, shooting the shit. But yeah, so it's a good thing we kind of it worked out though, because then everything fucking fell apart the next or fell together, I guess you should say, the couple of days afterwards. We got a shitload of stuff to talk about, man. Y'all been hitting me up, excited to hear the podcast. So here it is. So, brief talk about Bristol. What'd you think of the Bristol Cup race? I don't know if we really talked about it a whole lot, but
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there was. It was kind of like you either really liked it or really didn't. It seemed like on Twitter. I was close to quoting somebody. I was like, somebody was like ripping the race to shreds, and it was like, man, you must not have been there and watched the race, because like I understand, like it wasn't the most, like it wasn't a typical, like I don't want to say typical, but it wasn't that like. I don't know, wreck 'em up. You didn't have a fight. You didn't have, like, there was that big, like, moment.
I mean, I was disappointed in a way, but...
Yeah, you didn't have that crazy finish. You didn't have, like, that big thing that set it away from other races, but...
I can appreciate it. Like, here's the thing. Like, I've seen a lot of bad races in person. And, like, yeah, that wasn't... If I watched that race on TV, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But just being in Bristol and seeing all, like, the lap cars and shit... made it enjoyable for me.
The point I'm trying to make is that TV never fucking picks up like 75% of that stuff, it seems like, though. Like, there was so much, like, just that should have been incidents. Like, Joey Gase accounted for like 8 of them. Like, I was talking. I wish y'all could have seen how slow Joey Gase was. Like, Joey Gase is slow. We all know he's slow. He races for Rick Ware. It's cool. But like, I was like, he got lapped. Like, when the race started, he got lapped. Like, I think on lap 8. Which I was like, holy fuck. The poor bastard, man. I feel for him, but I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, he was, even, like, he was the slowest car in the night, and then Brad Keselowski lost his damn power steering, and then he came out. I thought he was going to be a wreck eventually, somebody piling into him. He got black flagged. He was so damn slow, I think. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, all in all, it was a really solid. The only thing, it's the green flag pit stops. We didn't get that one caution, and like a lot of the top runners, made their pit stops, and then a caution came out, which is the one thing nobody wanted to see. And then we ended up with like 6 or 7 cars in the lead lap, and it's like when you pit under green at Bristol, you go at least 2 laps down probably. So. That was just kind of the end of that, and it was Harvick. But at least Harvick and Kyle Busch, I was afraid Harvick was just too fast for Kyle Busch, but he made it a show there at the end. It just it didn't quite work out. But I had a really good time, I gotta say. It was again, it wasn't the one of the races that just it stands out from the others, but it was, all in all, it was a really solid race. I haven't uploaded. I'm in the process of uploading it, my POV. I'm gonna do I was telling you, but. The full POV of the Bristol night race. I did for the little 500. I finally got that uploaded. But this one's on the new GoPro I bought before I went to Bristol. And I got to say, it came out super good. Like, it's probably the closest I think, to what I actually saw, like the closest replication of what I saw the entire night. So I think it came out really good, and I think you could, like, if you really wanted to. I know a lot of people really don't, and a lot of people don't give a shit, but it's like 2.5 hours long. Like, if you legitimately wanted to sit down and watch the whole thing, like, I feel like it's a pretty accurate representation of what it was. So I'm really excited for that. But also, I did want to talk about Quinn. He had a really solid night. I'm really, really proud of him, man. He again, it was one of those kinds of races, and it's always great being there in person, because it's, watching a smaller team like that, it's hard to piece together what's going on with between the audio and just what you see on TV. So you get to basically watch them the entire night and see what really goes on. And he drove really great, I got to say. He finally he's got some Bristol experience now, and they again, the short track program at Starcom has been probably struggling the most the last really since they've come in. But man, he drove a really great race. He was really he had really good pace compared to the other cars he's usually racing. Again, Joey Gase was on a whole nother level of slow. He didn't quite have the pace to start off. The Timmy Hill and the 15 car had some issues, and but he still hung around, and eventually he got to hustle on the top side, and he was doing pretty damn good. He was holding pretty good pace, and he really didn't get in anybody's way too bad. He did end up punting Joey Gase out of the way at some point, which was good to see. But on the backstretch, I don't know if you remember that. He wadded him up a couple of but yeah, Greg Galding was really good, man. He had a really strong run in 27th. Suarez P26. Quinn finished 29th. Again, the 15 had some problems. DJ Yaley was in there instead of Brennan Poole, which is kind of weird. I don't really know what's up with that, but apparently big things are on the way for Brennan Poole, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Joey Gase carved out a 31st, which is hard to believe. Garrett Smithley had a lot of issues. Corey LaJoy, I don't know what happened to him. He got, right front damage and left rear damage. He was kind of in a bunch of stuff that never really... I remember seeing one of them, I think, but he was torn up more than what he should have been, it seemed like. But he had a rough go at it. Keselowski, obviously, with the damn power steering. James Davison got dumped, I think, at some point. And that was the caution that was during pit stops that pinned everybody. And then, Reed Sorensen, Timmy Hill, a lot of these guys had issues. Balicki, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with Balicki, but fuel pump, it's listed. But yeah, all in all, good week, good race for Quinn. I'm really proud of him. All right, let's just get down to it. Denny, Bubba, Michael Jordan. Who would have thunk it?
Well, everybody would have thought it, because the worst kept secret in recent memory.
Well, I was thinking, who would have thunk it a year ago? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't have. But I don't know. I mean, looking back now, obviously hindsight's always 20/20, but with the esports shit, Hamlin just out of nowhere gets involved with the iRacing shit, and then out of nowhere, Michael Jordan's involved in that. You know what I mean? And all the DHR stuff has Jordan brand on it. And everybody was just like, well, they're friends or whatever. Then Jordan was at that race last year and had a Denny Hamlin racing hat on. Just little shit like that. You think back and it's like, okay, they were probably talking about this for a while.
Yeah.
And then I guess with all the Bubba stuff, it was just the right time. And I mean, I saw somebody put on Twitter, he's bringing like an estimated $12 million in sponsorship already.
Oh, baby.
So, I mean... It was the right time, I think. Michael Jordan has more money than God. Denny Hamlin's pretty rich. So I think it's going to be... I mean, I put on Twitter today, and I want to see what you think. Do you think they'll do like Stewart Haas when Stewart got involved and they just took off one race his first year? Or do you think it's going to be, 3 or 4 years before they win a race, but they'll run decent?
That's tough. I don't think they'll come right out and win races their first year. It's like NASCAR is different, man. You just it's like I mean, if anybody was going to do it, I guess it would be that team, but at least compared to the last couple of years, man, like teams just don't come in and start winning races like they used to. But like again, if you look back, like again, like Tony Stewart, I mean, he would have been the guy to do it. Maybe, I mean, this would be the team to do it, but I don't think they're quite going to win races right off the bat, but I don't think it'll take them too terribly long. Let them get a season or two under their belt. But
see, I see them coming in. They're going to be a fifth Gibbs car. Like, I mean, we all know that at this point. Yeah. Sure. I would be willing to bet Mike Wheeler will be the crew chief. If he's not the crew chief, he'll be like the head dude over all the shop shit. So, I mean, obviously he knows how to get shit done. So I'm starting to lean more towards the Stewart Haas deal, where they go out there, maybe not win a race, but like are contenders, like top 5, top 10, probably make the chase first season out. But I could also see them taking like 3 or 4 years to do good. I hope they win races immediately, so we don't have to see people calling Bubba a flop. But
that's man. I really hope that doesn't happen. I think it'll definitely be an adjustment for sure, especially with Bubba, because he's got a lot to learn as well. And it's I mean, kind of like Denny was saying, with that whole Corey LaJoie thing. You can put a guy in a fast car, but there's a lot more to just, to putting a full race together and winning a race than just having a fast car. You know what I mean? Not knocking Bubba. I absolutely think he could probably do it. I think he has the talent to, but I would imagine there's at least going to be a bit of adjustment period going from an RPM car to this, hopefully well-funded vehicle with a lot of smart people around it. But this is the most exciting team that's come in probably since, I guess, Stewart Haas, right? Since he really started his shit. I'm excited, man. I can't wait till they get going. I can't wait to see what they do. I tell you that. And I guess, I saw Bob Pockris. He tweeted out that all the stuff is TBD, like number, sponsors, manufacturer.
I hope it's 23. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. Fuck, man, I'm super excited for this, man. Michael Jordan too, like the fucking GOAT. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, and hopefully it brings some new eyes to NASCAR as well, man. It's all of a sudden, man, NASCAR is kind of trending in the right direction again. Just with this and they
just got to get the racing to not be boring, and then we set.
It seems like people are finally starting to get it into their heads like NASCAR. Yeah, it's just starting to trend just a little bit the right direction. I like it. If the season can just end, because like with some banger races, man. If we could just roll some momentum in the off season and start off good with the 500 again. I think we're still due for a banger playoff race. I was really hoping it would be Bristol. It wasn't quite Bristol, but the Roval's coming up. We still got Talladega. We still got plenty of opportunities for some Martinsville. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully we're there for that. Fuck yeah, man. I'm super excited. Another thing I didn't think about. It's kind of funny looking back now too. You remember the whole Denny versus Bubba, like the Daytona 500 incident and all that kind of stuff that came out of that. It's kind of funny now that they're kind of working together now, and now it's pieced together again. Who would have thought that right after that? But I'm fucking excited, man. Poor Ross Chastain got pooed on and just was left in the dust. But he's over to the 42 car. That's what I was saying. Remember we were talking about Bubba before and where he was going, and it was like, I think he'd be stupid to leave RPM unless it was for something that we didn't know about yet. Because like the 42 car was one of those options, and it was like, let's be honest here, better team, but not much more of a race winner. You know what I mean? Like Kurt Busch has got one win with them. Matt Kansas just kind of does his thing, but it's like it's not much more of an upgrade. But I'm really glad that all worked out, because that was definitely he had a good deal with RPM, and I once again I thought it would have been pretty crazy to leave him, but now I understand it makes sense, and I'm all for it. So
I going back to what you were saying, or what we were saying as I dropped my water bottle. About the racing being boring. And I'm going to start off by saying I know this won't happen before some head wobbler comes in the comments saying it would cost too much money. I hope, and I can hope, I'm allowed to do that NASCAR would consider changing something on the package, even if it's a colossal failure, just for 1 year next year. You know what I mean? Not change the whole fucking body, but just change something. Maybe get rid of some of the spoiler or something just for all of next season, just to see how it worked out. Because there's going to be a lot of momentum going into next season, especially if fans are back. And I don't want it to just be one big boner deflator of a season.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could always just fucking take off the spoiler. Fuck it.
Yeah, or just make it smaller. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they just kept the same power and all that, and then just... or just ran the short track package everywhere. That'd be pretty cool. But
no, I'm telling you, man, that's the move. Just take the spoiler off completely. Fuck, like, because like when you think about it, I mean, the teams don't gotta spend any extra money if there's nothing to buy. Just fuck it. Just don't put a spoiler on it, and just there you go.
That is true.
that'll make something exciting. I'm sure they can drive off in there and one. There's nothing to catch the ass in. I mean, that'll create some sort of something, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. That's the thing, though. It's like I'm not an engineer, so I don't know what they could change to make anything better.
I don't either. I just want them to change something. You know, I'm one of those, what do we want? I don't know. When do we want it? Right now type of people. So I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you like everybody else would and say I know what they need to do to the front end, the sides, and the back. But they need to do something. I can tell you that.
Yeah, dude. If there's one thing I can appreciate, man, is getting straight down. If I had a nickel for every time I saw somebody on Twitter or YouTube or somebody trying to pass off themselves being some big time engineer saying what they should do with the cup cars and this and not knowing. I mean,
I would do is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people, and I'm a fucking idiot as it is, but like. I don't know. I'm sure there's some people who kind of know what the fuck they're talking about, but some people, man, they just pull shit out of their ass, throw it together for some AdSense revenue, and that's it. But yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I don't know what they could change, but yeah, it's gonna be tough if they get going out there 2021, and then it's just kind of like you get same amount of half horse shit. You know, it's too long. It's no passing. There's no nothing.
Well,
but
it's a little ahead in the outline, but we're kind of in a good spot to talk about it.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead.
The All-Star race has been moved to Texas, and you would think that if they're going to do that, they'd be giving us something really, really good.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. They got to be doing something sort of special for Texas, right? They're not just going to throw what we've currently got on that current Texas, right? There's no way we can do that for an All-Star race. There's no way.
Well, they are. Oh, so far they are.
But
in return, we're just getting a Circuit of the Americas race, which will probably not be that good. So there's that.
You know, I don't know. I've been back and forth. Originally, I was like, I don't want to see NASCAR here. This track is so fucking huge and so wide open, and just not wide open, but so like fucking wide. It's just like it's just a big fucking track. Hi, cat yelling at me. Sorry. But the more I think about it, man, Coda's an interesting track just because a lot of the corners are really, really fucking wide. Could you imagine? That would be a good, dude. I want to see a NASCAR standing start. That would be a good place to do it. Line those suckers up, man, and let them launch off at that wide ass turn one. I'd be down for it. You don't have to do a standing start, but I mean, there's a lot of corners there though that are really fucking wide, and I think it would fit pretty good with the stock cars. I think, but who knows?
I just think we've got too many road courses as it is.
Yeah, I was getting there. This is about the limit, because, like, I get it. Everybody loves road courses. Stock cars always make road courses better. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
But at some point, man, you got, like, because remember, we used to just have two. And, like...
And that's why they were good, because nobody gave a fuck about them. So you had people like Dale Jr. Remember that point in Dale Jr.'s career where it kind of clicked, and then he went and finished, like, second at Sonoma or whatever?
Yeah, he had, like 2 or 3 good runs at Sonoma all there in a row.
Yeah, then he retired. Eventually, all these guys are going to realize, like, holy shit, this is making up a third of our season almost. We need to start, actually giving a fuck about road course racing.
Yeah.
I think we should just have 1 or 2, maybe 3 max, and let these guys not give a fuck about it, so when they go out there, they make asses of themselves, because that's why we love it. If you really think about it, in the last 5 to 10 years, how many... Okay, 10 years would probably be a lot, but last 5 years, how many, like, really, really good road course races have we had? Not that many.
Outside of the Roval, none, I don't think.
Yeah, like, we really haven't had any that were that good, aside from the 2 Roval races, and you could argue that those weren't that great until the very end. So I think we're getting to that point where we just need to stop adding road courses, or work out some sort of deal with these tracks where we do like 1-year deals with the road courses, and maybe swap them around or something.
Yeah, because here's the thing:
the same ones, it's not going to work.
Yeah. The best move, I think it was perfect having 3. You have 2 in the regular season, and just the way the chase is, or the playoffs, like you have a 10 race, you got to have one road course in there just to kind of balance it out. That way you get the best mix of 10 races, right? But yeah, I think that would work the best. That way it's just not oversaturated with a bunch of road courses, and you can just kind of like pick and choose. Like you can go to Road America one year, maybe take Sonoma off for a year. But that's the thing. I think people get fussy that they're not going to get to see this race or see that race. I don't know if that's a perfect solution, but like Sonoma is like when you first said that, I was like, man, Sonoma would be the one. Get the fuck out of there for a year, and bring something else in. Sonoma's been fucking poo lately, especially they switched it to the carousel and it was like back to the original format. It's like, yeah, cool, nostalgia, and it sucked, and then it sucked again, and like what the fuck are we doing here? Go back to the old layout, or take it out for a year. I don't know how the contracts work, but yeah, at this point we're getting close to having too many, because there's when they make up, like you said, when they make up so much of the damn season, teams really start caring a lot, and that's kind of the trend we're going now with, as opposed to only having 2 a year, and then road course ringers would show up and kind of really have a solid fight, and then everybody else would not really give a shit because it's not really that big of a deal anyways. But another thing that comes in with that is the every race when you're in. So that was another big thing that kind of really escalated the whole road course program. But obviously it's not going to go back to the days of the road course ringers, but just a few too many.
I honestly thought about this at Bristol the other night. I've always defended stage racing, but I'm starting to think it's kind of overstayed its welcome.
See, I can't make up my mind, man. I'm 50-50 on it, because it ruins road course racing. But it's fucking great for some other races. Like you go to the Brickyard 400, fuck yeah, give me some stages. Yeah. You go to Bristol,
like Bristol the other night, it ruined it, I thought, because everybody they had a competition caution and a stage caution. They took it easy. Then it was the second stage. They're like, well, no point in racing now unless we're for the top 10. And then everybody 8th on up just takes it easy. 9th, 10th, and 11th battle, and then everybody behind them takes it easy. So I miss the uncertainty days where people didn't know, so they just had to get what they could get.
I'm gonna give you another one to think about. 16 drivers in the playoffs. This was another theory I had, and I was like, it's almost kind of like the other two series. I think 16 is too fucking many, because like you got all these guys that squeak their way in, and that way, when it comes down to the season finale, like Daytona's fucking batshit crazy now anyway, so anybody could win their way in and get the playoffs for the most part. But usually, like points-wise, this year it was between 3 guys, and there was a little bit of drama there, cool. But like, there's so many guys who are already pretty much locked in anyways. It's like you get down to those guys who are either way the fuck out or way the fuck in. So there's not much of a battle there. And then you get in the first round of the playoffs, again, you get your guys who are, kind of squeak their way in, who are pretty much going to be out first round anyways, which is basically what we've got. Matt DiBenedetto, Byron, Cole Custer, which were pretty much basically what everybody, thought who was going to go out the first round. Blaney was kind of it could have gone either way with somebody else. But the point I'm trying to make here, though, is there wasn't that urgency, I didn't think, because like everybody was thinking Bristol cutoff race, right? But it's like everything was kind of settled before then. I mean, obviously it could have gone a lot of different ways depending on how the first 2 races went. But it's like, I don't know, just that first round, you already got your guys who are kind of slow anyways, who just don't perform, and it's like, there wasn't that urgency, I guess. There was for Blaney, but that was kind of like about it. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, they either have to be like you're saying with Blaney or DiBenedetto, where they just have to fucking send it. They got nothing to lose and everything to gain, or it's got to be extremely close. And with the way they're doing it now, yeah, you're right.
I just think
pretty much decided.
Yeah, I just think there's too many, man. That way it puts more pressure on getting in right around the regular season cutoff, and then there's more pressure, the first round, because there's less cars, less spots. I don't know. I don't have a perfect solution for anything, but I don't know. It was just a thought. But where the fuck? What were we talking about? Coda. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, but I guess we'll find out, shall we?
I mean, I'm hoping they don't do that and go to the Daytona road course and all that, because Daytona road course sucked. I don't care what anybody says. That was a terrible race. It was too big. They got too strung out. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best. I'd like to. I don't want to put too much on it though, because there wasn't any practice or anything. I want to see where those guys really can tune it up and see. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna I don't want to think about it too much without practice, but who knows? Maybe they'll come back normally next year and it'll still suck again, and then we'll say, "Get it the fuck out of here."
Yeah, well, I guess they're doing it in the Clash, so
Oh yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
About that.
But it's like, who gives a fuck about the Clash? You know what I mean? That's another event.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Give them something to really fucking go after, I guess. I don't know. I did mention Ross Chastain. What do you think he's going to do in the 42 car?
Wreck.
Hey, me too. Took my answer. He's
No, I like him. He'll bring a lot of excitement to Cup. I don't think this package will really make him shine, but maybe when the next gen comes around, he'll do good things. My only complaint with Chastain is that he does a lot of the same stuff or worse stuff than Stenhouse and doesn't get near as much crap for it. That's the only reason I like shitting on him. I think he's a cool dude. I love his story, and I think he's pretty talented. He just is really, really aggressive and steps on his own dick sometimes. But that's cool. It's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. I appreciate him that he's in the Cup Series, and he's going to be fun to watch one way or the other. And again, it's a good story. I mean, it's again, a couple of years ago, who would have thought Ross Chastain would be in the 42 car full time, or like any like competitive.
So now where does
ride.
Jones go?
I mean,
because the rumor is, and I heard this from somebody who is somewhat in the know, but not really. They've been wrong and right about stuff, so take it for what it's worth. But the rumor is that there's a lot of truth to the Larson Hendrick stuff, and that the plan is that what I heard is the deal's done. They're just waiting on Larson to be reinstated. Then they'll announce it, and then Bowman will be taking the Ally and Chevy stuff, and then I guess Rick and whoever will be taking over Larson's side of stuff since Chevy dropped him.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's true, but that's the rumor I've heard.
What does that mean, though? If Chevy dropped him, what the fuck would they do then?
I guess they just pulled their like backing of him. I mean, essentially by that point, it was really just his dirt stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. There was also the rumor he was going to SHR, but then that died for whatever reason. So does Jones end up there? You know what I mean? Nobody's really talking about that. I hope not, but I'd like to see Boyer go one more year and then Briscoe end up in the 14.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just weird where Jones is going to end up. I haven't heard any rumors for him aside from the 48, but it seems like this Larson stuff's kind of outweighing that.
Well, what about the Gaunt Bros car? That's still open, right? That would be an option, wouldn't it?
Is that not becoming the Jordan car?
I don't think so. No, because it's they bought the Germain charter.
Does Gaunt Bros have a charter though?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well,
I think
maybe he goes there.
Maybe they don't. I'm not sure. But I was thinking that. Well, yeah, because I mean, I saw they bought the Germain, so I just kind of figured. So I guess Gaunt Bros is just kind of fucking itself over there. I don't really know.
That was the vibe I was getting. I thought that they were just kind of part of the deal.
Well, maybe then. I don't know.
But I don't know. Nobody said. It's just I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see how that would work out. But then again, nothing's really worked out for them to begin with. Everybody thought they were going to be the 5th JGR car, and then it's just not really turned into anything.
Yeah, I was reading a pretty interesting article about Gaunt Bros and just where they thought they would be and where they actually ended up. I didn't realize how bad they got screwed over by the COVID stuff and how they're still trying to pick up the pieces from that.
Yeah,
it was really kind of sad to read it, honestly, especially with Suarez. Like they thought they were going to bring him in and they were really going to get going with the Toyota stuff and really like be a competitive team, and it just didn't fucking happen. And they're still, once again, still picking up the pieces. It just it sucks. It went that way, especially for Suarez. He. Fuck, man. From one team to another team that was, hopefully supposed to be competitive, and they ended up just going out there and running, for top 25s, top 30s every week. It really stinks for him. But yeah, there's still a couple of missing pieces left. Yeah, I would imagine. It's tricky, man. Eric Jones. I don't even know what to say. I just want to see how all this shakes out. It's probably been the most entertaining silly season we've had in a long time. I feel like we say that every year though, but I genuinely feel like this one's pretty damn crazy because it's had a lot of twists and turns, a lot of rumors shake out. And then there's always I would imagine I could see Kyle Larson just taking another year and then coming back to NASCAR. Maybe that would be the move, just to let everything else shake out, but.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Might not be the move for the bank account though.
Yeah, that's the only other part of it. I guess it depends. There's just so many moving pieces that you don't know that you kind of just have to speculate. But I'm excited. I don't know what else to say. Do you got the mailbag rolling over there?
Oh boy, I got it open and mail scattered everywhere.
Uh-oh.
All right, send your questions or comments or concerns, insults, whatever, to askmoonhead@gmail.com. We got a big meaty one this week. Ivan Sellis is the first one. Sup, Cozy and Travis. First time submitting a question. Longtime fan of your channels. What is an odd skill or talent you can do? And for Cozy, will we see you at an F1 track, either Coda or Circuit Gilles Villeneuve? Best regard, Ivan C. I'll let you answer the F1 question first because I can't think of an odd skill or talent.
Oh, I can answer both of them real quick. Odd skill or talent. My thumbs are like double jointed, so I can turn them backwards. It's pretty cool. I'll have to show you guys sometime on stream.
Oh yeah.
That was the first thing part of my head. The F1. Yeah, I hope. At this point, I'm like the rumors of F1 coming back to Indianapolis are pretty strong at this point. For the road course and or oval apparently. So I'm just kind of holding out that happens, and then I could just easily do it that way. However, if that doesn't happen in the next year or two, then it looks like I'm going to have to take a trip to fucking Coda. Or I'd like to go to Gilles Villeneuve and go to Canada because I've never been outside the country. I'd really like to do that. I'm sure it'd be a pain in the ass to do, but it'd be really fun, especially for an F1 event. So.
I don't think I have an odd skill or talent. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't. I can't think of one. That's a good question. It's
a good question.
Really think of one.
Shout out to Ivan. He's been around for a long time. He's an OG.
Yeah, yes.
We appreciate you, Ivan. How you doing?
Mats writes.
Oh.
Hey guys, big fan of yours. I was wondering, did you guys want to be NASCAR drivers when you were kids? Thank you for reading and have a nice day. Yeah, I definitely did. And then once I got old enough to realize how money worked, I kind of realized that would never happen.
Yeah, I figured that out at an early age. I was probably like, God knows how old, asking parents, hey, can you buy me a race car?
Yeah, I think once I was about 8 or 9, it kind of hit me. It sunk in.
Yeah.
And then I just honestly, that kind of turned me into up until recently where I was just like, well, if you like doing something, you can't do that for a living. You know what I mean? So I'd started looking around and never could find anything I like. But now I'm realizing, you could probably chase your dreams, or if not, you could just be a loser. But either way,
I tripped into doing a virtual kind of like you with the whole racing bullshit. I still kind of get my fix, even though it's not the real thing. It's I got really lucky with what I'm doing right now, so I'm really happy with it.
Good stuff.
Hashtag
Matt F
blessed.
writes, Xfinity. Why do you guys think Justin all year never got a fair shot in the Sprint Cup series? He's pretty talented, but never got the shot.
He did get a shot.
Yeah, but
that was a bad shot, and it died.
Yeah, well, that's why he said a fair shot.
Well, I mean, it was well, yeah.
It was a 51 car. It was not.
That could have led to something else, but then it just didn't.
Well, I would assume it was. I guess what the Penske deal didn't work out. Then he went to what was it? Turner
Scott,
Scott, and then they tried going Cup racing.
Yeah.
After James Finch got out of NASCAR, and I guess it just never worked out. One of the owners died, and
he brought Brand with him though. You would have you would have thought that he would have gone somewhere one way or another. You know what I mean? And made it all the way with a solid ride, but it just he found a good spot though in Xfinity. So
I think that's what it is. He probably just wants to win. You know what I mean? Grant will only pay so much, I'd imagine, and that can get him a winning Xfinity
Yeah.
ride or a 51 Cup ride.
He seems like the kind of guy. He's cool with whatever. He just wants to go out there and hustle it. I like it.
Yeah. D. Higginbotham 74 writes, who do you think would win a 500-mile road course race between NASCAR Cup cars or F1? F1, right?
Wait, what? What was the question?
Who do you think would win a 500-mile road course race between NASCAR Cup cars or F1? F1 cars, wouldn't you think? Unless the Cup cars just start bodying all the F1 cars.
I mean, they could body them. They would probably make it longer. The rate that they push the F1 cars, I would imagine, if they did 500 miles, they wouldn't last. They would have to do something special. So if we're going the realistic route, I mean, technically, I think NASCAR would make it, but or would win. But if we're just talking what they're capable of, Formula One wins by like 30 laps.
All right. Well, Ethan Murky writes, hi, Travis and Cozy. Loving the podcast. Definitely fun to listen to while I'm out door dashing. My question to both of you, are you a boob man or an ass man? Both are splendid, but I think boob takes the over here. Thanks for reading, Ethan Murky. I don't care at this point.
Whatever likes me back.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that. Well, yeah, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird question. Coleman Jaden writes, hey, Cozy and Moonhead. I saw the CEO of Pocono at the Arca Daytona road course race, and he is the worst driver I have ever seen. Who is your guys' worst drivers? Love the podcast. Hate the fucky package. Keep up the good work. Get Outlook for iOS. Worst driver. Joey Gase had a pitiful performance at Bristol, so I guess I'll give it to him.
That's a tough answer to. I'm having a stroke.
Natalie Decker's pretty fucking bad too.
The thing with Natalie Decker is, I mean, technically, yeah, she just doesn't know what she's doing. Maybe she did.
Yeah, Joey is just in really bad equipment and is not that good. Natalie's in decent equipment and has no fucking idea what she's doing. So I'd say Natalie Decker takes the cake.
Honorable mentions. Can't forget about John West Townley. That dude was a fucking mess.
Mike Seneca, but he eventually
even though he won a
couple races.
Yeah, but he still had a lot of moments.
He was bad.
Joe Graff is working on it. I tell you that.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. Mike Seneca is pretty bad.
Mike Seneca's a too.
Is he still on Twitter? Like every time I see him on Twitter, he's either in Trump's mentions or somebody has made up a story about him wrecking or something, and he's sending him the definition of slander and threatening legal action.
Who knows?
Yeah, he's like a pilot, a professional wrestler, a race car driver. The dude's living the fucking dream. I'll give him credit.
Oh man, what the fuck's he doing on Twitter then?
Well, I don't know. I guess he's a part-time tweeter, too. M&M Cup Series writes, have you guys ever played NASCAR 09 for the PS3? Also, Cozy, where do you store all of your 124 diecast? Yes, to the NASCAR 09 on the PS3. You played a good bit.
Yeah, me too. I remember when that game came out, and I didn't have a PS3 at the time. My buddy let me try the demo, and it was cool. I was like, it took me a while to get it.
My cousins lived next door, and they had a PS3, and they had that game for some reason. They weren't even NASCAR fans, so I used to always go over there and play it on their PS3, and then I had I was still playing, honestly, though. Even during that time, I played Thunder 04 for most of my childhood. Like, I had all the other games, but I always found myself going back to Thunder 04.
Yeah, especially like 2007, 2008, and especially like 2008, 2009. Like, they were cool, but like, fuck, man, nothing did the career modes like 2004. Like, you could just keep, like, that's all I really did was starting new career modes all the time and getting new sponsors and stuff. You couldn't beat it. And what was it, diecast? I mean, they're in a room on shelves. So there you go.
Scott Urbanski writes, hi, my friend Cameron introduced me to WinVal's channel and your podcast a little while ago, and I've got a question for WinVal. I remember one time when he slammed head on into the wall at Watkins Glen in qualifying, And that made me wonder if he's ever played career mode while drunk. And if not, would he consider doing it?
When it's funny. I generally, I was about to say genuinely. Generally, I don't get any ideas that I haven't thought of before. But I never honestly thought to sit down and just booze it up and then play some career mode. I haven't done it obviously because I just feel like it's kind of unprofessional. But if it's like NASCAR Heat, I think I could get away with it, to be 100% honest with you. So I might write that down later.
Professional.
Yeah, no, professional and NASCAR Heat don't go in the same sentence. But we're trying
professional and either of us doesn't go in the same sentence. The fuck
yeah, fair enough.
Fabio Martins writes, "Hey Travis and Cozy, do you guys think Menards might pull out all of their Cup and Xfinity sponsorship and make a new Menards racing team when the new car comes in? Love the podcast. Have a great day or night." I mean, I think they could. Will they? Probably not, but I think they could. That family obviously loves racing.
Yeah. And they got more money than fucking most. They've got. I looked at that fucking net worth not too long ago. Like, Jesus Christ.
John Menard or whoever.
Yeah, that bastard, man. Holy shit.
And they're not even nationwide. Think about if they went nationwide with Menard.
14.2 billion. They could do whatever the fuck they want, and
they could. So yes. I don't think they will. I know they're a big factor, I guess, in what happens with DiBenedetto. We didn't talk about that earlier in the silly season shit, but if they say he stays with Wood Brothers, he's probably gonna stay with Wood Brothers. You know what I mean? Because Paul Menard picked him. But then it's gonna be interesting to see how the Cindric stuff plays out. So I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I'd like to see some more teams come in with some money and be competitive. But I don't know if they really want to take that on. I think if they were going to do that, I think they would have done it when Paul was racing. I really do.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
Brian Green writes, favorite logo. And if you had to live in a state that is not Georgia or Maryland, what state would it be? Favorite logo? Oh, man. I don't fucking know. The Chef Moonhead logo is pretty fucking funny.
Favorite logo? What kind of question is that?
I don't know. I think some people think they have to send, like, you're not required to send in a question. And I'm going to let you off the hook easy because your state question's actually good. So, but don't think that you have to ask a question. If you're just sitting there like, let's ask them what their favorite logo is. You don't have to do that. Do you have a favorite logo, Cozy?
No, I really don't, to be honest with you. What was the other question?
If you had to live in a state that is not Georgia or Maryland, what state would it be? For me, somewhere in the mountains, probably. I'd like to go to Virginia, but I don't really like a lot of their, laws and stuff. Texas, I hear, is the place to go because I like taxes and shit. I've never been to Texas, though, so I can't say I'd move there. Maybe up in the hills of Tennessee or North Carolina. I've been there. I really like it up there. I've been to Colorado. And would love, if I had a lot of money, to have a home out there. I don't know that I could live there year-round. But Colorado's really cool.
I'm sure the winters aren't probably very fun there.
I don't know, though. It's probably a whole different thing out there. Because when I was there, it did snow, and it wasn't as miserable as snow is in other... Well, snow's not miserable to me. I like snow. But I don't think it's probably not near as bad out there as it would be in, like, the Northeast.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
probably
like
prep a
winters
little better.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Which, I don't know. We saw a lot of wrecks when it snowed out there, but it was their first snow of that winter. It was early October. It wasn't really a normal thing to have snow then. So I don't know. I don't hate Georgia enough to just move for the hell of it right now. But it would probably be somewhere in the mountains and the woods because I love being in the woods.
Yeah, I don't think the only way I'd move out of Maryland would be a significant business opportunity, which those aren't coming anytime soon. I don't think so. But if I had to move somewhere, I'd probably move. Colorado would be an option. North Carolina, somewhere farther. Like I really like where I live. I could definitely adjust it because I like where I am in relation to a lot of other tracks. I can, it's not too terribly far to Indiana, as well as, Martinsville's in the area, Bristol, if I want to go to Pocono for some fucking reason, it's I like this area of tracks. Dover's in there. You got a whole bunch of shit around here, so North Carolina would be a cool option somewhere around in there. I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe out west somewhere. I don't know. Maryland's the only gripe I have with Maryland is a lot of their laws are pretty fucking stupid and their taxes and shit. So other than that, though, it's not bad.
All right, that was the end of the mailbag. I didn't really say that clearly, but that was the end of it.
All right, well, it's the end of the mailbag, everybody. Yeah. All right, what the fuck? So how are the Deegans doing right now? I know they went through it on Twitter, and I saw a little bit of it.
First of all, I'm going to start off by saying I like the Deegans. I'm a bigger Brian Deegan fan than I am a Haley Deegan fan, just because I grew up watching like people like Deegan do cool shit. I used to love Travis Pastrana and his crew doing cool shit. Obviously, I liked Brian Deegan and his crew doing cool shit. I think he's a badass. I think he's a cool dude. Don't always agree with what he says, but I can respect that he's got a backbone and he'll fucking say it and stand by it. You know what I mean? He's not one of these people who's going to run from conflict or controversy, and I can respect that. I like that. Obviously, I'm kind of got a bad habit of being the same way. But some asswipe on Twitter, I guess, went digging in one of their like 3-week-old podcasts, and Brian and Haley were on the podcast together. I think it's usually just Brian and then somebody from the family or whatever. I've never really listened to it, but they got to talking about the restrictions at the track. Somehow they got to talking about that. I don't know how, because all I heard was like the 20-second clip that this guy found and posted on Twitter. Brian brings up COVID restrictions at the track and starts saying because of this sickness, cold, flu, like says that, and then Haley coughs and says hoax, and then does her signature Haley Deegan laugh. And that sent Twitter into a frenzy. Let me tell you what. And the podcast has since been edited and re-uploaded, so I guess they were made aware of it, or their sponsors were made aware of it. Yeah. That's my thing. I don't give a fuck what they think. Like, I've been vocal. I think COVID's overblown. I don't think it's a hoax, but I think it's overblown. And yeah, I mean, to say it's a hoax, even if you believe that, you got to know better when you have fucking sponsors and people are already coming after you. You know what I mean? They're after the Deegans every chance they get because of the Deegans' political affiliation. To say that on your podcast, you got to know people are going to come at you. And then these sponsors, they don't like taking any sort of heat. They're going to bail. You know what I mean? And I guess they've got the money and they've got their core sponsors. Like Monster's not going to bail on them. They like edgy shit. They don't care. But like Geico and some of these other things, like Geico was sponsoring the podcast. It's probably not the best idea to be saying shit like that on your podcast.
Yeah, that's just stupid. I couldn't believe it. I'm like you. I don't like it doesn't affect me any. That's what upsets me about people these days. It's like, they say something like that, and then people, and I get it, but it's like, I guess some people just don't fucking have anything better to do with their days.
Yeah.
I don't get it, because it's like I hear it, I disagree with it, but it's like
they're like, it's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. And I don't want to go all Alex Jones here, but like in this day and age, everything's an opinion. Like, I don't care unless you see something literally for yourself and with 100% certainty know it. I can't say everything I know is 100% factual. You know what I mean? So it's, if they want to believe that, let them believe that. That's their thing to say, oh, it's not an opinion because CNN or Fox or whatever said this and the CDC said this. It could still be their opinion. I mean, lies happen. It's been proven before. It's been proven this year that people lie. People in power lie. So I don't see how you can say it's not their opinion. It is their opinion. Is it kind of a stupid opinion? I would say so, but I'm not going to fucking call for them to be killed over it. I mean, shit. Like I said, I respect them for standing by what they believe.
Yeah, it's just silly to me. First off, just like, come on, you got to be smarter than that, especially on the podcast, like you said. I was surprised that even happened. You said it was older though, right? Like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was from the beginning of September. So that's the thing. Somebody was just setting out like, oh man, I found this old thing. Let me fucking put it out. You know what I mean? It's the same shit that always happens.
Did nobody listen to that beforehand? I'm surprised. Like early September.
The real fans did, and the real fans probably don't give a fuck. Not gonna say they agree, but they probably are like me, just don't give a fuck what they say.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. There's always man. I just definitely. I don't think it's a hoax. I didn't get the email on that hoax. If it is,
I don't know how.
But
there's a lot of things I'd call a hoax before I'd call something that has killed people I know. I know people who have lost relatives. Pretty sure this isn't a hoax.
Yeah, it's
and honestly, I think that even they believe that. I think it was a poor choice of words. Yeah. I think that the word they're looking for is overblown.
Yeah,
I think that's because I've seen Brian say shit on Instagram where he's like, "Look, I'm out here." He wouldn't have called it the flu if it was a hoax. You know what I mean? He would have just said it was fake. So I think it was just a poor choice of words. They probably didn't think anything of it because they've made it known before. They don't give a fuck about the virus. So that's probably why it got out. But you also have to be smarter with what words you use. If they'd have just said, I think it's overblown, yeah, your select few of people probably would have been pissed, but it wouldn't have been as big of a deal. But using the word hoax, that's a big word to use. Oh, well, it's only 4 letters. 5 letters. 5 letters. 4 letters. How many letters is hoax? H-O-A-X. 4 letters, but it's a big word to use.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just silly, man. Fucking come on, people, what are we doing here? It's just fucking anything, man. It's like, I understand, like, maybe Deegan fans or whatever, they hear that and go, oh, whatever. But I don't know. It's just people just fucking look for something to cause some chaos, man. Oh, boy, people are just so hungry for it, and I don't know why. But moving on, then it's Cups. I didn't realize it was Vegas weekend, which I don't know why. I didn't realize it was Vegas weekend. So whoop-de-doo. It's I'm not really totally looking forward to the Cup Series race, but we'll make some picks for it anyways. We actually I forgot to look at the playoff grids. I wanted to look at who was eliminated and who we both picked to be eliminated, who actually got eliminated. Austin Dillon made it. Good for him on mine.
I don't think anything really changed much from last week, did it?
No, not really. The only guy I had successfully picked to get eliminated was Cole Custer, and then that was really about it. I really honestly thought the Benedetto was going to make it through at least one round, but silly me for thinking that. Yeah. I hate to see it, but I can't really read yours, so. You had about the same as me, though.
Yeah, our first rounds were about the same, so yeah.
Other than Cole Custer, you had him moving on to the next round. That was really about the only thing. So, okay. Well, we'll regroup and we'll Vegas coming up. Do you know who you think's gonna win?
Oh man,
I know who I'm picking. If you don't, Penske's been really good there, so I'm taking Joey Logano. Mark it down.
I'm going to pick Tyler Reddick.
Ooh, bold predictions. I like it. That'd be cool. I remember
all the good picks I make fuck me in the ass, so I might as well take a shot in the dark. Fucking Truex shit the bed at Bristol. So
he did, didn't he? What happened to him?
I don't know, but he just shit the bed. He was slow.
Yeah, that was man. 30-minute practice sessions, man. Why aren't we doing them? All right, well, that's about good news for the podcast this week. You got anything else you want to say?
Fuck.
All right. Well, that's going to do it. Hopefully everything kind of came out all right. Again, I'm just kind of assuming that I get the first 30-minute Bristol thing we recorded beforehand together all in one podcast. So hopefully it worked, and if it didn't, well, that sucks. Either way, thanks for listening. We appreciate you, and we'll catch y'all next Wednesday for the Gas Holes Podcast. We'll see y'all then.